She'll say action.
Oh.
Action.
Hi guys, my name is Serena Poon and welcome to my show, Serena Loves. As a celebrity chef and nutritionist, my passion is rooted in helping others live their best life through nutrition, education, and healing intuition. With each episode, I'm going to share with you little golden nuggets of inspiration and tips that I love to help guide you on your path of optimal body and mind wellness.
All right, so let's.
Do I intro her
Yes.
and then look at her?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna say right after the end. So say those.
So say that the
we
optimal
got
body.
that already. You don't have to say it again.
On today's show.
On today's show, I'm happy to welcome.
Okay.
Okay. So
Let me take it from the BTS shot.
Was that last line okay? I kind of
Yeah,
messed
it's
up.
okay.
Okay.
You should be. Yeah. Go ahead. Go for it.
Does that mean action?
Action.
Okay. On today's show, I'm so excited to welcome my dear friend Jessica Luengo of Naturally Clean Eats.
Hi.
I messed up. I was just looking
Hi.
at you. Should I do it again?
Yeah. Do it again.
Okay.
Go ahead for it.
Let me take it from
But
the
that was
BTS
good.
shot.
Okay.
Yeah. Just roll right into it.
So
Okay.
we're going to take it from this shot. Just start doing it from right where you did it, where you were looking at the camera.
Uh-huh.
And now you're going to just turn to her and be like, this is my guest, blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much for coming. And that's where you're going to go, and then go straight into your interview.
So, sorry. So just go into thank you so much for coming. 'Cause-
Exactly. Did you
So
say
just
your name
turn this
already?
way. I did already.
Okay, perfect. Then
Okay.
you're going to just turn around, and you're going to say, thank you so much for coming. You want to repeat her name again, and then just do it regular. All
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. Whenever you're ready. Action.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited to be here, and you can talk all about your bars.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. The
Stand
first.
by, stand by. I didn't catch that right. I want to make sure we get it right.
Okay.
Go ahead and introduce her. Today, I've had the special pleasure of.
Okay, so do it this
Again,
way.
You can look at her now and say, today I want to introduce, my special guest.
Oh, so I can look at her and
Yes,
say it?
yes,
Okay.
yes. Go ahead, take it.
Okay.
Here we go, stand by.
Okay.
Go ahead, go for it.
Okay. Today I'm so excited to introduce you my very special guest, Jessica Luengo of Naturally Clean Eats. She's a badass boss mom, and we actually met on Instagram.
We did.
It was very kind of like random. You reached out to me and you wanted to send me a box of bars, and we ended up meeting and just sort of like fell in love.
Yeah, we did. It was history after that.
It was. I mean, we kind of bonded over being, budding entrepreneurs, both creating products that were making life easier for new people. So, I mean, for people to be healthy.
Yes.
So, tell me a little bit about Naturally Clean Eats and what inspired you and how you got started.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I feel very honored that you love Naturally Clean Eats so much, because I do think that we have this similar, goal, which is to help people eat healthier and make easier decisions on food, because sometimes it's really confusing. There's a lot of products out there.
Absolutely.
And it's really hard for someone who doesn't really understand reading labels or doesn't have time to read the labels. Everything is just off first glance. It says organic, or it says, 12 gram protein, and automatically they're like, oh, this is the healthiest thing for me, and they grab it. So I started making these bars out of my kitchen. I was a Pilates instructor for 10 years.
Love, yeah.
And had my own studio in Beverly Hills. I trained clients all through, phases of life of us being young in our 20s to getting engaged and married and having kids. So, and as you get older, it gets harder.
Absolutely.
Your time gets shorter with the free time that you have to, again, go through the market aisles and read every single ingredient, make sure you're picking the healthiest things. So I started making these because when I got pregnant with my first child, I was just eating.
Cutest little nugget
Aw,
away.
thank you. I know she just started kindergarten. It's very crazy, so it goes so fast. But when I was pregnant, I couldn't digest a lot of the bars
Sure.
on the market, because I was one of those people who, I thought I ate really healthy and really clean, and I cooked a lot for myself. But when it came to convenience foods, that's when I looked to the stores and the markets for, them to kind of give me an easy way out. And I started realizing that a lot of the bars that were high protein were also very high sugar, or there were sweeteners or some kind of substitute in there to substitute the flavor for, you know, what I was actually eating. And I started making my own bars just because I was having a hard time digesting the ones that I was buying in the market. My doctor suggested that I stop eating all bars because he's like, none of those are good for you.
There's so much stuff in them.
Yeah, and he's just like, you know, they're so overly processed, and you know, if you look at most bars, they have a shelf life of a year, which just goes to show like how little real food is in them because they can stay on the shelves for a long time. So I started making mine. I started giving them to clients, and I didn't put any protein powders or anything in them because I just feel like everybody's different on what they can digest. And I also felt like some of my clients had kids already, so a lot of the people who were buying them were also sharing them with their children. And moms don't really want to give their kids supplements. I mean, I don't want to.
Sure,
you know,
of
they have a chewable multivitamin that they take in the morning and that's it. So I started making these and just giving them to clients. Then people wanted to buy them. People started asking, oh, you know, I think I should have these in my office. These are a great thing for the office. Oh, I want to put these in my kids' lunch boxes. So I just thought, you know, let's just make a small round and see how they do. And
Brilliant.
they just,
And that's how it happened.
it did. It just exploded, and it's been a great ride so far.
Yeah, you guys are just, you're everywhere now. Tell us a little bit about what's in the bars.
Sure.
I'm so yummy.
Well, they're just a nut butter and date base. So it's just like a organic peanut butter, organic cashew butter. We add in the dates, so it becomes this really nice texture as well. It doesn't get stuck in your teeth, but it's not super like gummy or flimsy or anything like that. And then we add in hemp seed, chia seed, flax seed, a little bit of Himalayan pink sea salt, and some cinnamon, and that's it. We don't add in any flavor. A lot of bars have natural flavors if you read the back of the label, which are a chocolate or a vanilla or something like that. We don't do that. I just personally wanted to keep them as super real and clean as possible.
Sure, you're giving them to kids.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
they need to be as wholesome as possible.
Yeah, I wanted a bar that was a real family food, you know, something that I could eat, something that my husband, who, you know, is all about like, oh, protein and working out and lifting weights, also wanted to eat. And then my kids, who only care about taste.
Right.
So they don't care how much sugar's in it.
Right.
So the whole bar has 7 grams of sugar, and that's for every single flavor. You know, it's 220 calories. We keep it right in the middle of either a really substantial snack or a small meal paired with something else, like, you know, a banana or a smoothie, or, you know, even a latte if you want, like if you're on the go or you don't really eat a lot in the morning or something. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Great for the
Yeah.
beach, for the picnic, for after working out, kind of good
Yes.
for everything.
Yes, and they don't have to stay refrigerated.
Right, that's the best part.
Yeah.
I think there's some great bars, but they do, and it's not convenient. You can't carry a cooler around with you all the time. So
Right,
this is
exactly.
great. So you guys you've just grown so much. I mean, it's only been about a year, right?
Yeah.
So, and you're just recently launched in Target. Target, guys, it's big time. So
It's my favorite place to shop.
So tell us a little bit more about that, and you know, what is? Tell us more about Target and what's coming up in the rest of the year.
Sure. Well, first of all, we will launch 2 more flavors by the end of this year.
Very exciting.
So yes, so we will do a one that's a purple package and one that's a red. So on the shelves, it will look like every color of the rainbow,
I love it.
which has always been the goal.
Yes, eat the rainbow.
Yes, exactly. Eat the rainbow, eat your colors. So that is very exciting. So we are in the process of developing those 2 new flavors, which I'm so excited to share when they're ready.
Yay, we can't wait.
I know.
You have to come back and bring some
I
for us to
will.
try.
I'll bring some for everybody.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yes. And then with Target, we are doing our testing in the LA market. So we're in 8 LA Targets so far. And it's up to us kind of if we want to take on more LA Targets or we want to go straight and pitch to national. So we are getting set up with the national buyer right now. And we will go pitch to national, and then nationally Target will say, okay, here's all of California, which is 200 stores.
It's so amazing.
Right, or here's, you know, here's California and New York, or here's California and Chicago. So it depends on how much they want to let us expand how great our products are doing in these LA testing right now. You know, the more we sell, the better it looks, the more people request us, the more they say, hey, there's a demand for this product.
Yep.
Let's bring it into more DCs and let's kind of get them everywhere.
I know, and the more I see it on Instagram, everywhere, I love how active you are and how much you post and share everyone's stories. And I mean, it's I'm so proud of you and so happy for you.
Thank you.
So this is so much. I mean, you're a mom, 2 kids, you're doing this. I mean, how do you manage it all? Do you have any tips for, you know, aspiring mom entrepreneurs,
Yes.
blossoming mom entrepreneurs?
I do, because I feel like there's a lot of moms, you know, that I know or just friends who are on this tipping point of wanting to become a mother but not wanting to give up their career. And, you know, I just want to say there's time for all of it. I think that, you know, your partner, whoever you're with, you know, that kind of communication between them before you launch your company is really important. Just letting them know, you know, this is something that I really want to do and I want you to be supportive of it.
Yeah.
So, you know, just kind of having that equal respect. And I think men, as you know, I can only speak for my husband and of course my dad. Like, my mom was always a working mom, so they get it.
Right.
But, you know, it's nice to come home from your days and you both had work days, and it kind of gives you that conversation over dinner, and you still have equal respect for each other as far as, you know, there's no like, that's your job with the kids. You know,
Right.
it's just like, this is our job. Yeah, we balance.
You're
we
a
like,
team.
we're a team, and we joke, you know, we like tag each other out. Like, you know, like, I have to go to this, it's your turn, or it's switch. And, you know, we have help. We have, babysitters. My mom helps a lot.
that's nice.
Which is really nice. So, you know, because everything comes up with kids, especially when they're really young, but, you know, they have so many vacation days that you never realize. You're like, oh gosh, you're out for 2 weeks. Like, what are we going to do? And, you know, we had full-time help for a while. And then just when both of our kids were in school full-time, we, you know, she went with a family who needed her more. And so now it's definitely this balancing act of like pulling someone here and there. We have a lot of great people that we can call on for that extra help. But yeah, I guess the big thing is just making sure that that communication is open inside the home. And then there's no misunderstanding when you do have to go to a meeting, or, you know, you both have something at the same time. Okay, whose is more important? You know, you just kind of make it work. And I think that that's the biggest thing for moms or for people who like want to start their own thing but are worried, you know, well, who's going to pick my kid up from school, or who's going to do this? Just have the conversation.
Yeah.
And just see where, because a lot of people, you don't realize, like, there are just so many people who, you don't have to hire a full-time nanny, but just get a babysitter. Maybe they come for a couple hours after school so you can do your thing, you know, and
Take
you
your
can,
meetings
yeah,
and
you
meet
can take your
people.
meetings, or, you know, work outside the house,
Right.
but still have time to work. I mean, even working in the house, it's not much work when the kids are home. So,
Sure. Well, how
you
much do
know,
they help you with recipe testing?
Oh yeah, they're my testers. They're my most honest, you know, people who they try the bars and they say like, yes, mommy, I like it.
So
or
it has to
no.
be approved.
It has to be approved,
Yeah.
yes. And you know, my husband's just as picky. So
Yeah.
he's my
good.
third child.
Well, I'm so grateful that you came on today. What can I do for you? Is there any sort of like health issue or challenge that you, or maybe someone that you love is experiencing, that I can give you a little nugget of love?
You know, I mean, I'm always curious as what you suggest to your clients, like to whip up for a fast dinner, because I feel like I have my same things on repeat a lot.
Right.
You know, I have like my 4 or 5 meals that I always cook, and you are always coming up with these beautiful meals and beautiful snacks, and I'm always in awe of you. And I'm like,
You're
I
so sweet.
just want to make what Serena makes, or I just want to have her come over and make it for me. So how do you set up your week for your meal prep or for your clients so that it kind of sets me, and I'm sure everybody listening or watching, you know, up for success, so that you don't
Well, I think meal prep is really important. You know, if you can just find one day a week where it's almost like a Sunday, it's sort of your family day, your Zen day. And it doesn't sound like meal prep is Zen, but it can be. You know, it can be fun, especially if you're doing it with your family or your kids.
Yeah.
I love roasting off vegetables, you know, because I think that's a great way. You can eat it cold, you can throw it in a salad, you can have it as a side dish, you can easy to reheat.
Yeah.
And also, you know, a lot of these vegetables that we roast, say carrots or potatoes or, you know, the root vegetables, they're actually very grounding.
Yeah.
You know, so it's something that when we're all so busy, you know, it's a great way that as you're eating, you feel like you're also nurturing your body, you're eating something from the earth, you know, that's sort of part of my healing aspect, you know, and the energy work that I do with the food as well. So prep is always like my go-to, and I think making yourself a lot of like dips and sauces, you know, that's a great way to have quick snacks, you know, something that you can just throw on a salad. I mean,
Do you like a lot of those almond dips?
Yeah, I
feel
love
like those
doing
are
nut
so
dips.
popular now.
Oh, they're so good with a little bit of like, you know, aminos in it, whether it's coconuts or like Bragg's aminos. It's
gonna need
it's
some
really easy.
recipes from
I'll
you.
send them to you. Yeah. So I throw guac in so many things I can't even tell you because it's such a good healthy fat.
I love
and it
guac.
kind of satiates that little need for a little bit of sodium, and it's healthy.
Yeah.
So it's great for your kids. It's great for your family. You can use it any meal of the day. You know? So if you don't have avocado, you have guac. That's toast.
Right.
You know? So it's perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Exactly.
So good. I'm so glad you
so
came
much
on.
for
You're so
having
welcome.
me.
Thank you. Love you. You too. I can't wait for you to come back with the other
With the
two
new
flavors.
flavors. Well, I will. Thank you.
Was that good?